So would you stand with me for the invocation? Heavenly Father, as we assemble here tonight, we thank you for the blessings of the people in this room. We've all felt your call to be part of the future of Oskaloosa and acknowledge the need for your guidance. For the council members and staff here, we ask that you bless us. Give us quiet and considerate attitudes, well-thought-out deliberations, and ultimately decisions that are best for the long-term future of the city of Oskaloosa. We thank you for those in the audience here and watching the broadcast. We thank you for leaders of businesses and organizations who have the vision and commitment to help the city. The countless volunteers who are motivated to help, and for informed citizens who have given us the privilege of their trust and support. Tonight we've assembled a group of people who are making a difference in the long-term future of Oskaloosa. So may the words of our mouths and the meditation of our hearts be acceptable in your sight. Amen. Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Burnett?
Here.
Calgery? Dross?
Here.
Moore? Addison? Here. Wallen?
Yes. Here.
Yates?
Here. Next item up on the agenda is to swear the new police officer, Alex Roby. Alex is originally from Oskaloosa, completed his associate degree in criminal justice and political science at Indian Hills Community College. Alex has worked for the Oskaloosa Police Department for almost 2.5 years in the capacity of community service officer. He has an approximate total of 7.5 years in the law enforcement field. His parents are Sarah Crosby and Edward Roby. Alex enjoys watching NFL games, hunting, fishing, being a dad, and grilling out with family and friends. And he is joined today by his wife Heather, who will be pinning on his badge. Also in the crowd are several members of his family and his children. So welcome everyone. Alex, would you please come forward? Alex, would you raise your right hand and repeat after me? I, Alexander J. Sorobi.
I, Alexander J. Sorobi.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will support and comply with.
That I will support and comply with.
The Constitution of the United States of America.
The Constitution of the United States of America.
The Constitution and laws of the state of Iowa.
The Constitution and laws of the state of Iowa.
The charter laws and ordinances of the city of Oskaloosa.
The charter laws and ordinances of the city of Oskaloosa.
Okay. The rules and regulations of the Oskaloosa Police Department.
The rules and regulations of the Oskaloosa Police Department.
The law enforcement code of ethics.
The law enforcement code of ethics.
And I will faithfully and impartially.
I will faithfully and impartially.
Discharge the duties of my position.
Discharge the duties of my position.
As police officer to the best of my ability.
Police officer to the best of my ability.
Welcome aboard. And I need a signature from you right here.
I don't just get to go.
Thanks, Alex. Thank you again.
Shorty's been all set.
We self-charged by the hour long.
Sleep today. I think like people like in-house stuff. Yeah. Thanks for coming. Yeah.
Next item up is the opportunity for community comments. This item is reserved to receive comments from the community for concerns whether or not they're included on the current agenda. The community is encouraged to come and speak before the mayor and council. Asked to keep statements brief. Time shall be limited to no more than 3 minutes. Any questions are to be asked of the city staff, council members, or the mayor prior to speaking to the full council, so that way concerns can be properly researched and answered away from the meeting. Comments are to be directed to the mayor and city council only. Is there anyone who'd like to speak tonight? Seeing none, we'll move on. Next up is the consent agenda. These are all items that are considered pretty much routine in nature. I would want to direct the council's attention to item J, where we have the appointment to the Planning and Zoning Commission of Scott Moore. Everything else I saw is routine. Do we have a motion to support the consent agenda?
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
Probably supposed to know the answer. The library carpet, does that come from our general fund or their fund, or it's all the same?
Their accounts come from maintenance.
From
So
their maintenance fund, okay. And the dog shelter, the old dog shelter demo,
Yes.
did the county help us?
We have not invoiced them or even, well, we talked to them about purchasing it, but I haven't given them anything official, so
Thank you.
at this point,
That's saying it has to be county done.
Okay, any other questions? Roll call, please.
Addison? Yes. Walling?
Yes.
Yates?
Yes.
Burnett?
yes.
Dross?
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Gets us to the regular agenda. Item A is to consider a resolution accepting the completion of Division 2 of the Phase 1 sanitary sewer system improvements. It's a project done by Vision Sewer Incorporated, and it also approves the retainage. In our explanation, Vision Sewer has completed Division 2 of the Phase 1 sanitary sewer system improvements project. It involved work associated with the rehabilitation of sanitary sewer pipes and manholes at various locations in the northeast and southeast quadrants of the city. Gardner and Associates performed the construction inspection services for a portion of the project that included the manhole replacement and manhole rehabilitation. City staff performed the construction inspection services for the remainder portion of the project that included sanitary sewer main pipe rehabilitation. Construction work completed for the project has been found to be acceptable by the consultant engineer and by city staff. So the final contract amount of the project, $742,635.07. That comes after a net increase of $35,924.77 from the original contract amount, which was $706,710.30. And that was awarded on February 20th, 2018 at the City Council meeting. The total cost of the project includes a 5% retainage in the amount of $37,131.75. With City Council approval, the project will be accepted as complete. Approval of the completion of the project activates the warranties and authorizes the release of the retainage to the contractor 30 days after the project acceptance if no claims are filed against the project. Total cost breakdown is listed in our packet here. I won't go into that detail. Staff is recommending approval. Do we have a motion supporting that?
We'll move. Second.
Okay, any discussion?
Just got a question on the pictures, you probably knew I'd ask. Is this process, they've sleeved it, or they just cleaned it? You know, I was told I wanted to see how the sleeve worked, and I stopped a couple times, but I never did get it.
So this is not just cleaning, they actually go in and inject a filler in it, and so it's lined.
So it is the line, that's what I'm
It's
asking.
actually-
Okay, so color pictures are better,
Yes.
because it really looks good.
How thick is the lining that's put on those pipes?
Look at the engineer.
It's not too thick, but it's got the same design life as pretty much as new pipes, you know. So if you have good condition pipes, you can do the lining, and they say it's got 50 years life.
Okay. Yep, I was just wondering if that cuts down on the amount of flow going through there, or if there's anything, you know, obviously you pay for doing that.
Probably speeds it up.
Not really. I mean, kind of on manholes where there's limited space, you cut down the flow, but on pipes, it doesn't that much, you know, it keeps the flow. So.
It's quite a process. I stopped a couple times, but from up above the tree, you can't see much. I got tired of me bugging them.
Unauthorized personnel.
Right, I didn't tell them who I was.
Brought a hard hat.
No, I just walked along like I was an inspector.
You should proud of this, the manhole go down there if you want.
I look, they were down there.
Please. We just had that conversation with our insurance company. Clean it up.
Any other comments? Roll call, please.
Walling,
Yes.
Yates,
Yes.
Burnett.
Yes.
Drost,
Yes.
Addison. Yes.
That passes. Item B is to consider a resolution accepting the completion of Division 2 of the Phase 2 sanitary sewer system improvements. Project was done by Vision Sewer and approved the retainage in the amount of $56,870.93. So Vision Sewer completed Division 2 of the Phase 2 improvements project that involved work associated with rehabilitating the sanitary sewer pipes and manholes at various locations throughout the city. Gardner and Associates performed construction inspection services for a portion of the project that included manhole replacement and manhole rehabilitation. City staff performed the construction inspection services for the remainder portion of the project, and that included sanitary sewer main pipe rehabilitation. Construction work completed for the project has been found to be acceptable by the consultant engineer and city staff. The final contract amount, $1,137,418.55, and that was after a net decrease of $138,468.05 from the original contract amount of $1,275,886.60 that was awarded at the April 16, 2018 City Council meeting. Total cost of the project includes a 5% retainage at the amount of $56,870.93. With City Council approval, the project will be accepted as complete. Approval of the completion of the project activates the warranties and authorizes the release of the retainage to the contractor 30 days after project acceptance if no claims are filed against the project. Total cost breakdown is listed in our packet. Do we have a motion supporting the acceptance of completion? Second. Okay, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Yates,
Yes.
Burnett,
Yes.
Drost,
Yes.
Addison. Yes. Walling,
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Item C is a resolution setting dates of consultation and public hearing on proposed amendment number 2 to the Oskaloosa amended and restated urban renewal plan. There's a lot of text here I'm going to read out. The Oskaloosa urban renewal plan for the Oskaloosa urban renewal area was originally adopted in 1978 and amended numerous times, most recently in 2014, when the city amended and restated the Oskaloosa urban renewal plan with the adoption of amendment number 1 to the Oskaloosa amended and restated urban renewal plan, known as the amended and restated plan, which amended and restated plan is on file in the office of the recorder of Manhasset County. The general scope of urban renewal activities under consideration in the amendment is to promote the growth and retention of qualified industries and businesses in the urban renewal area, and to rehabilitate, conserve, and redevelop land, buildings, and other improvements within such area through the elimination and containment of conditions of blight, so as to improve the community through the establishment of effective land use controls, through use of an effective program of rehabilitation of existing buildings, and the elimination of those structures which cannot be economically rehabilitated, with a limited amount of acquisition, clearance, resale, and improvement of land for various purposes specified in the amendment. To accomplish the objectives of the amendment and to encourage the further economic development of the urban renewal area, the amendment provides that such special financing activities may include, but not be limited to, the making of loans or grants of public funds to private entities under Chapter 15A of the Code of Iowa. The city also may reimburse or directly undertake the installation, construction, and reconstruction of substantial public improvements, including but not limited to street, water, sanitary sewer, storm sewer, or other private or public improvements. The amendment provides that the city can issue bonds or use available funds for purposes allowed by the plan as amended, and the tax increment reimbursement of the costs of urban renewal projects may be sought if and to the extent incurred by the city. The amendment initially proposes specific public infrastructure or site improvements to be undertaken by the city, and provides that the amendment can be amended from time to time. Other objectives of Amendment 2 to the amended and restated urban renewal plan include number 1, confirming the objectives that were previously discussed, and types of urban renewal projects that can be undertaken by the city. Number 2, confirming the list of proposed projects to be undertaken within the urban renewal area. And number 3, finally adding land to the urban renewal area. Prior to considering the amendment to the existing urban renewal plan, the city has to hold a consultation hearing, which is being set for June 11 of 2019 at 9 o'clock a.m. in City Hall, and hold a public hearing, which is being set for July 1 of 2019 at 6 o'clock p.m. in City Hall. So all that reading just to set a public hearing. Do we have a motion to support?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? This is something that we had a work session on earlier, and so it's probably not surprising that everyone's pretty well talked out on that. Roll call, please.
Burnett.
Yes.
Dross.
Yes.
Addison. Yes. Walling.
Yes.
Yates.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Okay, item D, is consider a resolution fixing the date for a public hearing. This is on the proposal to enter into a development agreement with Oskaloosa Gateway Hotel. The resolution directs staff to set and publish the public hearing in the newspaper for the proposed development agreement with the hotel for July 1 of 2019 at 6 o'clock p.m. The city has received a proposal from Oskaloosa Gateway LLC in the form of a proposed development agreement by and between the city and the developer, pursuant to which, among other things, the developer agrees to construct certain minimum improvements as are defined in the agreement on certain real estate located within the Oskaloosa urban renewal area as defined and legally described in the agreement, and consisting of the construction of a hotel, which includes approximately 76 guest rooms, 28 would-be suites, 1,016 square foot meeting room, an indoor pool, a business center and breakfast area, along with all related site improvements as outlined in the proposed development agreement. The estimated construction costs are expected to be $11.3 million, and the property shall be assessed at a value of at least $5 million. The developer is requesting, as part of the development agreement, a performance-based economic development grant or rebate of up to $850,000 over a 10-year period of time. The rebate is scheduled, subject to developer performance and the council's annual appropriation, to be provided to the developer using the additional property tax increment that is generated from the hotel side of the project. The staff is recommending approval of the item as presented. Again, this just sets the date for a public hearing. It's July 1 of 2019. We have a motion to support it.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay. Voting on the hearing. Roll call, please.
Dross.
Yes.
Addison. Yes. Walling.
Yes.
Yates.
Yes.
Burnett.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. It gets us to the end of the regular agenda. So now reports from city staff. City manager, anything?
Mayor, Council, real quick, at our last council meeting, there was a discussion about a sinkhole that was in an alley. I did want to provide you a quick update that after the meeting, did learn that our staff, the water department, acting on our behalf, had met with the property owners in that area previously to discuss the situation. And so what this boils down to is the sinkhole is a private line failure, a private sewer line failure. And there had been some discussion with different representatives of that property owner with the thought that they would be taking care of that. They hadn't. And so Water Department was going to follow up with official documentation, letting that property owner know that they have to fix the problem or else we will, and it'll be assessed to their property taxes. So that's the problem, that's the solution. I would expect within the next couple of months that would be resolved.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. City clerk, anything?
No, sir, thank you.
City attorney, anything?
No, thank you.
Okay. Now that gets us to the city council members. Well, if we start with you, Steve, anything?
I'm good, thank you.
Tom?
Back to the sinkhole. So have we done something for safety? I mean, I realize it's private.
Are you talking trouble taping around it, or?
I don't know. The person that came up here was worried about kids falling in the hole. Or is that not our responsibility?
I believe there are cones in the area still, but I don't know any additional measures I can take.
And it is raw sewage.
Portions of it,
Yeah.
yes.
So it seems like, when you say it's gonna be taken care of in 2 months, I just don't, it seems a little bit slow. My opinion.
So the due process,
Well,
part of that will be, we'll give them an opportunity to fix it. If they do not fix it, then we go in and correct it. Then we have to assess their property, so it'll take a little time to get through that. But I'll see where we're at as far as the schedule, if that's the one you said.
well, the only thing I'm saying, maybe we can give them some better barricades. I don't know. I would do something. From a liability standpoint. Even though it's private. That's all I have. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's the nice, sir.
Okay. Thanks.
Yes, actually, I am a member of the Oskaloosa Kiwanis Club over 20 years now. And over the past several months, we've been talking about what we might be able to do to better serve the children of the community. And so we've met with some city staff and are going to initiate some community organization to look at future development of the playground at Edmondson Park. We know that there's some needs there that need to be addressed. And so we're going to pull together a community committee, start looking at what our options are, cost, design, and all those sorts of factors. And so we'll keep you updated as we move forward with that.
That'd be great.
Look forward to that.
The wood, you're talking about the wood playground, yeah.
It's 20 years old now.
All that fun building it, but it's,
It was a wonderful, wonderful community effort that probably has outlived its life, safety and other issues.
Bobby?
no, sir.
Okay. Then I have nothing else that I want to add at this point. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So,
Okay. All in favor, say aye. Aye. We're adjourned.